Hello, all of my beautiful yogis. Thank you so much for tuning back into my channel. Today I have a super energizing, powerful flow for all of us to try out to get our bodies moving, move our bodies in different ways that we're not really used to, and just kind of have some fun with it. Before we get started, I would absolutely love it if you could please subscribe to my channel. It really supports my channel and it keeps you up to date with when I release new videos and when a new video becomes available. So if you could do that, I would appreciate it more than you can imagine. And let's go ahead and get started. So right now I'm teaching about 10 classes in studio at different locations in town. So I create a new flow every Saturday. I write out a new class for the rest of the week for those classes that I teach in studio. So I was thinking it would be super awesome if I recorded those classes and put them up here for you guys. So it will be called Flow of the Week. So look out for those videos that are basically just the second and third flow of the classes that I teach throughout the week. So with that, let's get started. All right, so we're just gonna hop right into it. We'll start in a downward facing dog. So we tuck the toes underneath us, lift those hips up and back. And we can pedal out the feet a little bit, sway side to side. Maybe you wanna roll forward and back from your plank to fire up the core and stretch out the spine. It's kind of like cat-cows, but a little bit higher off the ground. So as we inhale, we roll forward to our plank. As we exhale, we shift those hips up and back, bend deeply through the knees. Let's take one more of those. If they feel okay, we just roll forward to a plank, shoulders over the wrists. Exhale, hips up and back. All right, let's start to settle into that downward facing dog. We root the outside edges of the feet down towards the mat. That tailbone is lifting up and back. We press the front of the mat away from us. Internally rotate those armpits towards each other to open up through the back of the heart. All right, as we inhale, we lift that right leg high. As we exhale, we pull that knee towards our nose, pull the shoulders over the wrists, step it through Crescent Lunge. So like I said in these videos, it's the flow of the week. So I'm teaching the second and third flow that I have written for my class, for my in-studio classes for the week. So you might start to feel your heartbeat a little bit quicker than normal. So we're not taking all that extra time for warming up and all of that. We're just using our flow to warm the body up for our peak pose. So you pull the right hip back, the left hip forward, bend through that back knee if you need to, Crescent Lunge. On the inhale, those arms float overhead. On the exhale, the arms come out to a T. You wrap the right arm underneath the left. Eagle arms. So palms together, or we can bring the hands to the shoulders. Either way, we lift the elbows. If the palms are together, you pull the hands away from the face. Shoulders down the spine. So we don't want the shoulders up towards the ears, but reaching down and back. Inhale, we lift the gaze, little baby back bend. Exhale, start to straighten through the front leg, extended pyramid pose. So that back heel is still lifted. Inhale, back to your Crescent Lunge. Take that little baby back bend. Kind of tricky on the balance. Exhale, shift the hips back, extended pyramid pose. Last one, inhale, we find our Crescent Lunge with the back bend. Exhale, shift the hips back, slow and steady, extended pyramid pose. On that next inhale, we unravel the arms, Crescent Lunge. Exhale, right hand to the right hip. Press that hand into the hip, press the hip back into the hand, and reach it up and over for a side body stretch. On the inhale, both arms sweep forward and up. we open it up, warrior two. So spin down on the inside edge of that back foot. Front knee is over the ankle. That knee is tracking towards the pinky toe side edge of the front foot. Inhale, we reach it up and back, reverse warrior. Feel that side body stretch. Option here to bring the left hand to the right wrist. Intensify that side stretch just by a gentle tug on that right hand. On that next exhale, cartwheel those arms down to the mat. We bring our right knee to our chest. Inhale that leg up and back. Exhale, we bring our right foot over towards that left wrist. Spin down on the pinky toe side edge of the back foot. Lift the left hand, falling triangle pose. Hips are high, heart is open. Exhale, left hand back to the mat. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, we plant that right foot next to the left. Roll it forward and we take a vinyasa. So we lower down halfway. Inhale, up dog, shoulders roll down the back. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, let's do all that fun stuff on the other side. On the inhale, that left leg goes high. Exhale, roll it forward, knee to nose, and we step it through. Inhale it up to our crescent lunge. So same thing here, squaring off those hips, left hip back, right hip forward. Always feel free to keep a little bend in that back knee. Just square off the hips. And once those hips feel square, maybe we straighten through the back leg. Belly button in, tailbone tucking down towards the mat. Inhale the arms forward and up. Exhale, we open up the arms to a T. Wrap that left arm underneath the right this time. Palms meet, or again, we bring those hands to the shoulders. Wherever we are, roll those shoulders down the back. Elbows up in line with the shoulders, palms away from the face. And let's start to move with our breath. As we inhale, we take that little baby back bend. Exhale, straighten through the front leg. Extended pyramid pose, keeping that squaring in the hips. Inhale for that crescent lunge with the back bend. Exhale, extended pyramid pose. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, extend your pyramid pose. Inhale, we sweep those arms forward and up, unravel the arms, left hand to that left hip. Reach it up and over with that right arm. So we've got that side bend. Notice how when we take a side bend in our crescent lunge, we can feel that stretch all the way from the hip flexor out through the arm. Inhale those arms forward and up. Exhale, open it up, warrior two. So something else that might be helpful in your warrior two is to root down through that pinky toe side edge of the back foot. Maybe find some lift in the hips. Inhale, reverse your warrior, reach it up and back. Again, option here to bring that right hand to the left wrist. Intensify that side body stretch. The deeper we breathe here, the more we can open up that side body. Exhale, cartwheel those arms to the mat. Pull that left knee in towards the chest. Inhale, reach that leg up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, we plant our left foot over by our right hand. Spin down on the inside edge of the back foot. Open up the arm, fall in triangle pose. Exhale, plant that right hand back on the mat. Pull that knee in towards your nose. We shift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. An option here to make your way through a vinyasa. So we can roll it forward, lower down halfway. Inhale, up dog. exhale, down dog. So let's all take a moment here to come down for a little bit of a rest. Child's pose, knees wide, big toes touching, reach those arms out in front of you. Option to rest here in this child's pose, or always feel free to sit back on the heels and take a few breaths. So wherever feels best, either sitting here on your mat, letting that breath calm down, or taking that child's pose. So like I said before, the classes that I teach in the studio are all about an hour long. So there's a lot more time to warm up the body in the beginning. And we do a lot more of a warm-up. So while we move through this today, keep in mind it's just a quick, powerful flow to wake up the body, wake up the mind, challenge that balance, which always, I find, challenges the mind as well. So if you feel a little bit wobbly, you feel like it's a little bit harder today to hold on to that balance, that's totally okay. Once we notice if our balance is a little wobbly or a little shaky, that's where we get to play. So if we fall out of a pose, we just get right back into it, smile at that balance, and know that how we feel today is temporary. We have this beautiful ebb and flow of our practice that keeps us on our toes, it keeps us guessing. So maybe something that you were able to do yesterday in your yoga practice might not be achievable today as easy as it was yesterday. And just keep in mind that that's just that gentle reminder that our yoga practice is here for us to learn, and it's always changing. So when you're ready, we'll go ahead and get that last flow. Plant the hands, tuck the toes underneath us, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, we reach that right leg high. Exhale, pull that knee in towards the nose, step it through, crescent lunge on the inhale. Exhale, that right hand comes to the right hip. We reach it up and over, take that side bend. Inhale, reach those arms forward and up. And another little challenge for your balance here. As we exhale, we launch forward, lift that back leg, warrior three. So warrior three. Obviously my balance is a little bit challenged today as well. We bring that left toe towards the center of the mat, and notice how that automatically wants to square off the hips. Notice the firing up of the hamstring. Those hands can go wherever feels natural. So just notice where those hands want to float naturally, either back behind you, hands heart center, maybe a little kickstand on the leg, arms out in front. Next, exhale, slowly bend into that right knee, plant that left foot at the back of the mat, crescent lunge. Exhale, spin down on that back heel, warrior two. So that knee is over the ankle, that back foot is rooted. So we root through the front foot, we root through the back foot so we can pull that energy through center. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Keep that deep bend in the front knee. option to grab for that right wrist. Intensify that stretch a little bit more. Exhale, extended side angle. So that right hand travels somewhere inside of the right leg. Fingertips on the mat, maybe forearm on the mat. Reach that right arm, or that left arm. We reach that left arm up and over. So feel that stretch through the side body. We're opening up through the hips, opening up through the chest. Inhale, pivot on the heels, open it up, star pose. So heels in, toes out. As we exhale, sit it low, goddess pose. Right here, we sway side to side a little bit. Something that I like to do is bring my hands to my knees to open up the hips a little bit more. Let's bring those hands back to a cactus. We're just gonna take a few side bends side to side. So try your best to get that elbow as low as you can, still keeping that length through the spine. We reach that right elbow to the right leg, reach it up and over. Exhale through center. Inhale to the other side. One more on each side. Inhale, exhale through center. Inhale to the other side. Inhale, straighten through those legs, open it up, star pose, shake it out. And we pivot on the feet back to the front of the mat. Pull that right knee in towards the chest. Inhale, that right leg goes high. Exhale, we bring that right foot over towards the left wrist. Fall in triangle pose. So I'm going to flip around so you guys can see what I'm doing here. So that right foot is over by the left wrist. We open up the arm, fall in triangle. So we've been here before. Through class, we've worked on opening up the hamstring. So we've worked on opening up the hamstring and that side body. So option to grab for that leg or that foot with the left hand, and maybe we can lift it. If you have that leg, maybe lift it more forward towards the front of the mat, feet through the armpit. Maybe plant that foot back on the mat, reach that right leg up and back. And we'll just plant that right foot next to the left. Vinyasa if you want it. And we meet back in that downward facing dog. All right, let's get that last flow on the other side. Inhale that left leg high. Exhale to step it through, crescent lunge. Exhale, left hand to that left hip, reach it up and over, take that side bend. Inhale, the arms sweep forward and up. Exhale, we launch off of that back foot, warrior three. So again, right big toe towards the center of the body. Hands go wherever is comfortable. One more deep inhale. Slow, long exhale. Right toes to the back of the mat. Sweep the arms forward and up. Open it up, warrior two. So again, we root through that front foot, root through the back edge of the back foot to pull the energy in and up. Inhale, we reverse our warrior. Right hand to the left wrist. Open up that side body. Exhale, extended side angle. So again, fingertips to the mat, forearm to the thigh. Fingertips to the mat or forearm to the thigh. Reach it up and over. So we open up through the front body. We open up through the hips, open up through the heart. Inhale, open it up, star pose. Heels in, toes out. Peek up at the sky, open up the heart. Exhale, sit the hips low, bend at the knees, goddess pose. All right, let's take those side bends side to side. Let's take those side bends side to side. As we inhale, that right elbow comes to the thigh, open it up. Exhale through center, inhale to the other side. One more on each side. Next inhale, open it back up, star pose, shake out those hips. Cartwheel the arms down to the mat. Left knee in towards the chest. Inhale, let that leg float up and back. Exhale, we step it over to our right hand for our fallen triangle. You tried it on the other side, let's try it on this side. Bring that right hand to the left foot. Start to elevate that leg. If you have the leg, maybe pull the leg more forward, peek under that right armpit. On the exhale, bring that knee back to your chest. Right hand to the mat. Left leg to the back of the mat. Take your vinyasa or not. I personally know that I need a rest, so I'm going to chill out here in my down dog. Once you make it back to that downward facing dog, let's all come back down to a child's pose. Knees wide, big toes touching, reach it forward. I'm just going to sit up so you guys can hear me, but feel free to keep hanging out in that child's pose if it feels nice to rest there. So right here, just notice how the body feels. Just some examples. My body feels a little bit warm. I worked up some heat a little bit. My heart is beating a little bit faster than it was when we started. Also notice that your heart is beating fast or you built up a lot of heat. A couple of things that we can do there. So we can take open mouth exhales to release heat. All that looks like is a giant inhale through the nose. We open up the mouth and sigh it out. So you can take a few rounds of those. Those feel nice. Feel like the heart is beating a little bit faster than it was, a little bit faster than might be serving you right now, then we just lengthen out the breath. Full inhale, full long exhale. All right, if you're in that child's pose, let's come on out of there. We'll meet back in a seated position. Whatever feels best. If you want a little bit more of a stretch through the inner thighs, we'll bring the soles of the feet together, let the knees fall out towards the side of the mat. An option here, if you are in butterfly pose, we can start to fold it forward, press the elbows into the knees to open up the hips a little bit more. Once we can't fold forward anymore, we let that head fall heavy. So either folded or not, we'll just hang out there for a few breaths. And right here, as we cool it down, this is your time to notice how that practice just served you. When we reflect on our practice, we never judge how well we did or how we think we should have done or anything like that. We're just simply noticing how the body feels and noticing how we showed up for ourselves. So were we able to release a pose if it didn't work in our bodies? Were we able to skip a vinyasa if we needed a rest? So all amazing questions to ask yourself just to reflect and keep in mind if it was challenging to listen to the body. If you had trouble skipping that vinyasa or taking it, whatever it was, just know that that's okay. That's where that ebb and flow of our practice comes in. So some days might be a little bit easier to quiet the mind than others. But that's the best part of yoga. There's always room for growth. All right, when you're ready, we'll bend at the knees, take a few windshield wipers side to side, release the hips. And when you're ready, we'll cross the legs, find an easy seated position, start to settle into our final meditation of class. So let that spine be tall. And right here, we have that one last opportunity to reflect on class. How did those poses work in your body? Not judging how they worked in your body again, but just noticing. Noticing if we were able to modify where we needed to skip a pose where we needed to skip a vinyasa if we needed to. Whatever that was, just notice. Notice how you feel right now. How does it feel to move your body? How does it feel to get that heart pumping? Once you've had a few breaths to notice, we'll inhale those arms out and up. Collect all that amazing energy we just created. And on the exhale, we seal it in heart center. I honor and see that divine space in you where love resides. When we are both in that space of divine love, together we are one. We'll bring those thumbs up to our third eye center, the space right between the eyebrows. Thank you all so much for rolling out your mat today, for practicing with me, and ultimately just taking this time out of your day just for you. We'll slowly bow forward. Namaste. All right, well, I don't know about you guys, but I'm a little bit sweaty. That one got my heart pumping. It got me breathing a little bit heavy. So just keep in mind, the reason that I'm sharing these quicker flows that don't really have a warm-up, don't really have a cool down, is just to give you guys a little bit of a taste of what I normally teach in studio and kind of just show you what the harder flows of my class look like for those who might want it. You're a yoga teacher, if you have been practicing for a while, maybe that was like super awesome for you. And just keep in mind that I'm always just here to serve you guys in any way that I can. So I just wanted to share that with you. Hopefully you loved it as much as I did. And if you haven't already, please give this video a thumbs up. It really supports my channel. Don't forget to subscribe so you know when I have new videos up. And I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.